How to use Nuwa stone together with Loong Shell. Insert Nuwa stone into the 6th hole from the bottom of the middle column among the 5 rows of holes. Then separate these 2 wires apart. Next, fit Loong Shell between the 2 arms of Nuwa stone. Then gently insert the 2 wires into these 2 holes. Throughout the process, hold the 2 wires with your fingers to prevent them from slipping out of the holes. Then cover the wires with the 2 arms of Nuwa stone to secure the wires on both sides. Now Nuwa stone is installed onto Loong Shell. Remove the battery cover from Nuwa stone. Then install the lithium battery into Nuwa stone. Make sure the positive terminal and charging port of the battery face downward. This is very important. Mixing up the positive and negative terminals will cause potential safety hazards. Keep the charging port facing outwards for convenient recharging anytime. Finally, put the cover back on. Take off Nuwa stone whenever you need to rinse Loong Shell with water. The removal process is simple. Flip open the 2 side arms. Pull out the wires on both sides, then Nuwa stone can be taken off. After removal, keep the 2 wires well separated. This avoids electric shock if you accidentally press the button. The optimal gap for the electric arc is between 3 and 5 millimeters. I have already adjusted it. Please do not change the settings. First, refill the gas. Turn the gas refill upside down. Here are 2 key reminders. First, always use high-quality gas. Second, refill the gas firmly and decisively. Press and pause repeatedly. This flame is too big. This is not the proper flame for Loong Shell. What to do if the flame is too large? This is a key step. The black adjust ring has a small slit.
We're going to cut it off where it's connected. After cutting, when you pinch one leg, it's slipping and cannot adjust the flame. When you pinch both legs, you can adjust the flame.
In this way, we can adjust the flame unlimitedly. Slip. Decrease the flame. Slip again. Decrease the flame. You can decrease it to as small as you want. Look again. Slip. Increase the flame. Slip. Increase the flame again. By this way, we can increase the flame unlimitedly. Let's take an example. The flame is too big now, but the adjusting ring has reached the end. You can't decrease anymore. What to do? We can just grab one leg first, let it slip. Then grab the 2 legs again. Decrease the flame, so that the flame can become very small. Here's another example. Now the flame is very small, but the adjusting ring has reached the end. We can't increase the flame. What to do? We can just grab one leg and let it slip. Then grab the 2 legs again, increase the flame. Then the flame can become very large.
Press the button on Nuwa stone first, then press the button on Loong Shell. It delivers a very high ignition rate. It also requires very little pressing force. Release the button on Nuwa stone once ignition succeeds. If you need to adjust the flame size, remove the black button from Loong Shell. Follow the same ignition steps to test and adjust the flame. The threaded tube will not advance automatically during adjustment. Reinstall the black button after setting the proper flame size. This pin-style lighter is specially made for Nuwa stone. Keep its flame the size of a soybean. Never use a large flame, or Nuwa stone will get damaged. For a proper soybean-sized flame, no flame should be visible through the first row of holes when viewed from the front. From the side, the tip of the flame should stay 1 to 3 millimeters away from the cigarette. This is the ideal flame size for the pin-style lighter. This lighter has strict requirements on flame size. When the flame is kept a distance away from cool surfaces, the gas burns fully and produces no black smoke. If the flame touches cool surfaces, incomplete combustion will occur. That said, even with incomplete combustion, its toxicity is less than 1% of tobacco. Our real goal is to help you cut down or quit smoking with Loong Shell. Remember, keep the flame tip 1 to 3 millimeters away from the cigarette. With a soybean-sized flame, do not rush if it fails to light on the first try. Keep pressing the lighter and press the Nuwa stone button several times until it lights up. To enjoy the great flavor with Loong Shell, you need to fully understand the characteristics of the flame. First of all, choose high-quality gas. Gas with bad oil content will cause unstable flames. Flame size also varies with ambient temperature. Once you set the flame at a steady room temperature, leave it as is. Always make minor adjustments when tuning the flame. Flame changes come with a slight delay. Wait a while after refilling gas. Also wait a moment after adjusting the flame. Hasty operation will only make the flame unstable. Avoid large-scale flame adjustments. Do not tweak the flame back and forth, make adjustments as little as possible. Frequent adjustments will disrupt the flame height. After continuous use, the flame may shrink slightly. Just wait 1 or 2 minutes, and it will return to normal. Fifth tip, maintain the gas level between 60% and 80% at all times. This keeps the flame extremely stable. Too little gas will lead to unstable flames. Keep the center of Nuwa wires bright and metallic. If it gets blackened by flame, scrape off the burnt layer to expose the metal surface. This ensures a consistently high ignition rate. A steady small soybean-sized flame will prevent this part from blackening. Using an overly large flame repeatedly will definitely damage Nuwa stone. Please keep this in mind. How to insert a cigarette into the threaded tube. For regular cigarette, squeeze a flavor channel on the filter tip. The filter will block much of the original flavor. But a filter is still necessary. It filters out unwanted odd tastes. Removing unpleasant tastes makes the sweet flavor more prominent. Therefore, squeezing a flavor channel on the filter is a great method. It enhances the clarity and richness of the cigarette's flavor when used with Loong Shell. It also makes the smoking draw resistance easier to control. The cigarette flavor delivered by Loong Shell can rival cigars and pipe tobacco. You may tap the cigarette to sink the tobacco. Then tear off excess cigarette paper.
Then we rotate it in like a screw. Rotate and insert. Just insert it tight. Keep in mind that the cigarette should not be inserted too deep into the threaded tube. If the cigarette is inserted too deep into the threaded tube, the last part of the cigarette cannot be lit, which will cause some waste. Then put it inside the device.
How to insert the threaded tube and the cigarette into the device. Let's be careful to insert in, be careful. Then insert and rotate at the same time. Reach the boundary point that just can't be pulled out, and you've done. There is a line on the threaded tube. Rotate it to the line. But I never look at this line, I'm used to it. Insert it slowly and carefully. Don't let the end of the cigarette bump inside. Just when you cannot pull it out.
For cigarettes of various sizes, such as 7 mm diameter cigarettes, since they are relatively thin, you must use the included adapter. For shorter cigarettes, we need to learn how to align them with the ignition point. Align the tip of the cigarette with the first row of holes, this is the ignition point. Then, pinch the threaded tube with your fingers, and the fingers touch against the edge of the main unit. Next, screw the threaded tube in until your fingers touch against the edge of the main unit again. This delivers the cigarette tip right to the ignition point. Now, let's talk about how to load a lighter into the Loong Shell. There is a lighter pattern on this plastic sleeve. Insert the lighter following the direction of this pattern. Then, simply push them together into the Loong Shell. It won't fall out. When you need to replace the lighter, just pinch this spot to take it out. And then you can replace it with a new lighter. How to hold. The proper holding looks like this action. Please note one thing, never cover the top heat vents with your fingers to avoid getting burned. About the angle. It's best to hold it at a very comfortable angle. See that? The flame goes upward to ignite the cigarette.
If the angle is too large, it is not allowed. A little skew is okay. It's rare to see people smoking like this, and that's not okay. The angle of the flame is not right. So, as long as it's from an angle that makes you comfortable, it's fine. Don't make yourself uncomfortable.
Stick to a comfortable holding angle. How to smoke pipe tobacco. After lighting, for each puff, firstly let it burn idle for 6 seconds. We suggest watching tutorial number 59 first for pipe tobacco, then take slow, gentle continuous draws. Let a small volume of air flow in slowly. You may also use your usual pipe smoking skills. All traditional pipe smoking skills apply here. This is the scientific way of slow burning with a tiny flame. With this scientific tool, you do not need to learn complicated smoking skills. You can pause to chat with others anytime. The flame will stay lit during short breaks. You can resume smoking just like using a regular pipe. Overall, it is simple and relaxing. For pipe tobacco, extract the flavor for at least 30 seconds for the best taste. Patience is the key to enjoying pipe tobacco. Slow burning with a soybean-sized flame works perfectly for pipe tobacco. Feel free to stop and chat while smoking. It is totally fine. Use it in a relaxed manner. The small flame keeps burning steadily during breaks. Then you can continue smoking. No need to change your existing pipe smoking habits. When you finish smoking and want to put it down, just release. The flame will extinguish immediately. After a while, when you want to smoke again, light it up and let it burn idle for 6 seconds. Loong Shell will automatically feed fresh tobacco to the combustion point. If no smoke comes out while drawing, it means too much fresh tobacco was consumed in the previous puff. Rotate the threaded tube 90 degrees forward. Manually feed more fresh tobacco ahead. Now you can enjoy smoking in rich flavor again. This manual adjustment works for pipe tobacco, cigar, and cigarette. Use this method for fine-tuning as needed. For hand-rolled cigars and Cuban mini cigars. After lighting, for each puff, let it burn idle for 6 seconds firstly, then take continuous long draws. Use slightly more suction force than for pipe tobacco. Apply gentle suction force to overcome resistance and speed up airflow a little. Keep drawing steadily, and breathe normally through your nose. Try to keep all smoke inside your mouth. We recommend watching tutorial number 47 and number 61 first. Do not let cigars burn for too long, or the taste will turn bitter and harsh. Stop drawing once the flavor is rich enough. Using a soybean-sized flame with Cuban mini cigars delivers flavor better than Behike cigar. For regular cigarette, after lighting, for each puff, let it burn idle for 6 seconds firstly. Take a long draw for 3 seconds. Then take short puffs for 3 seconds. Repeat with another 3-second long draw, followed by 3 seconds of short puffs. Alternate between long and short draws several times. Stop when the flavor reaches your satisfaction. You may stop here. Use moderate suction, neither too weak nor too strong. Excessively vigorous draws are the main cause of clogging. Here are well-formed ash samples from users. Note, the moister the ash, the better. Clean out the ash when the threaded tube reaches the end position. First remove the silicone cap. Use the supplied long needle to push through. All ash will be cleared out. Take out the threaded tube next. Discard the remaining cigarette butt. Blow hard into the opening to fully clean residual ash. Some users worry about inhaling lighter gas. Lighter gas is butane. Butane is twice heavier than air, so it sinks downward before ignition. Inside Loong Shell, the cigarette is placed above the lighter. Therefore, you cannot inhale unburned gas. That is the first point. Second point, when butane burns, it only produces carbon dioxide and water. These are natural components present in the air. Besides, the flame has another characteristic. It completely burns up all gas-air mixtures. Everything converts into carbon dioxide and water. You will never inhale raw gas when using Loong Shell. Let us demonstrate with very slow ignition. We release a large amount of gas on purpose. Watch closely, very slowly. As you can see, the gas sinks downwards. The flame burns off all gas-air mixtures thoroughly. All turn into carbon dioxide and water. These substances exist naturally in the air. Believe in the science.